Well, hello, Jesse Dollermore. John Weaver again from the Diary of the Griever named John Weaver, which would be me on YouTube. Regarding that last lovely video that you just did, oh, wait a second, I keep forgetting something here. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, it is June 15th, 2023, and it is Thursday. I had to keep remembering that one. Okay, as I said before in my message regarding history, you are looking too much at the current history and you don't study any history prior to that before you get on there and have a freak out. That's the problem with you progressive media, is you're freaking out too much of the immediate stuff and you don't even bother to put context into the damn thing or perspective. I swear to God. Do you see this shirt here? You know what it says? I mean, you're actually reading this. This says AVC, Antelope Valley College, Lancaster, California. I'm a 57-year-old fart. He's going to be graduating hopefully next year with an English degree. Yeah, surprising about that one there. But in several years that I've been going there, taking 2 classes at a time, including through the COVID nightmare in Elm Street, I have been taking U.S. history, world history, Western civilization, anything that could tell me about history and politics, and then I apply it towards English literature because English literature has a direct relationship to everything. I was an avid reader a long time ago, just to give you a little bit of a background here. I screwed up college when I got out of high school, so now I'm trying to remake it and dedicate it to my deceased family. Getting into this, you're talking about a Christian guy who probably failed at history, or he probably did understand about the Crusades. How the holy popes back then, when we actually did have England established, and you have these royalty out there who are going to be getting their subjects into a fighting frenzy because they want to do it for God and country and for Pope, and theoretically for God. And they go out there and skull thump on the Middle East. And anywhere else they can find that they can actually convert the masses into Christianity because the Pope said so. But how about those in the Middle East in the ancient times, the days of Alexandria, the library of it, when we actually had Caesars walking their earth and think they owned the place. When they would conquer the Middle East, including Judea. And somewhere in there you had the city, the holy city called Jerusalem, made of many faiths and many beliefs. And what these maggots keep forgetting out there is Jesus started up and was born as a Jew from Mary and Joseph. These guys keep forgetting to read Bible because sometimes history professors uses the Bible as basis for history because they're from the old scrolls. Dead Sea Scrolls, actual writings, verified. The faith of faith of Judaism, faith of the Jewish, are based off of these things, off the teachings that they received. So they would look at Christ as the king. But then again, the followers of Christ would consider themselves to be Christians and hell-bent on converting people to learn how to be like Christ. But Christ wasn't trying to organize religions. He wasn't trying to organize us into a frenzy throughout our lifetimes, throughout the human history. He's just trying to tell us how to be a nice person. Take care of people. Be yourself. Don't be a schmuck. Unfortunately, people keep forgetting this damn thing. And yeah, therefore you got these other guys trying to get their political hot spores, get their jollies going. And they want to blow up the world. They want to blow up everybody else. They want to control. They want to freak. They want to be the false prophets. And wasn't that what Christ had also warned us about? I mean, if you are following Christianity from an outside and inside perspective, somewhere in the ancient texts, usually I think on the Sermon on the Mount in there, he was trying to tell us about false prophets. He had a problem concerning about the Pharisees of the time because he didn't like what the Pharisees were telling him because that's not what God was trying to tell him. And Jesus was there to set the record straight. Nobody liked it. Got pissed off about it. He was doing good work. He was making them look bad. So we strap his body with a lot of catgut and stuff. Thorn crown on his head. And stake him one on a hilltop. Put the cross right there and 2 prisoners right next to him. And he was doing this because he loved humanity that much. He was willing to go through this thing. God sent him down there to give us a message. And we keep screwing up the damn message, Jess. Yes, I know you want to make it exciting on your thing and show people, now this is what Christianity's all about. You sorry son of a... You got to be showing the other side of it as well. Show 2 flip sides on the situation. I know you want to keep showing us the ugly side and saying, how bad that ugly thing is. Yeah, well, I'm not saying that you should look for the good side of that territory. I'm just saying if you're going to be attacking Christianity, you might as well look at Saddleback Baptist. Saddleback Baptist Church. An international organization done by Rick Warren, who's out of it now. He pleaded to the convention a couple of days ago in Lafayette, Louisiana, telling them, please, don't do what you're thinking on doing. We got women priests in there. We got women pastor over there. They hear the word of God. They want to do God's work. But you say it's all men's work. Which refers me over to medievalism and Cro-Magnon at this point over here. Right? I had to do a few videos on my new channel out there. The old channel's getting revised by the host out there, so I had to move things around. I'll sign up when I can. But meanwhile, I'm getting sick and tired of all this crap. I'm not switching off. But all these people that you keep showing me, the extremists at this point over here, sometimes there's got to be a little bit of a balance I have to keep looking out for. And the balance is what I saw. The Southern Baptist Convention, over 9,000 votes in this convention center, decided men were going to be the pastors and women were subservient. And they're making it into an amendment. So they're going to solidify it for years and decades to come. And those who want to do God's work in the Baptist church are going to be subjugated to the stupidity. Why don't you ever do something about that one? But no, you're in for the extremism at this point. You want to show how this guy is scaring the hell out of people and he wants people to put explosives on him. If he's threatening terrorism at this point over here, report his frickin' ass and throw his ass in jail. I mean, he's doing what Hitler's been doing all along. And I'll say it, Hitler. And every other Tom, Dick, and schmuck out there. Y'all want the extremism shown out there, yeah, because you feel it's necessary. Sometimes you got to show a balance one way or another. Not showing the good side of that specific person. I'm not saying that. But there are other stories out there that also mean a damn as well. I'm a Methodist by... My family was shopping around when I was a young kid. We were shopping around from church to church to church, and we finally found that Baptists weren't up to speed. Neither was Catholicism, neither was Lutheranism, but we can deal with Methodism. And there was a church out in North Hollywood, First United Methodist Church, and we felt comfortable. And I was brought up under the teachings. They've strayed so much because of the organizations have been changing throughout the decades that I no longer recognize the principles of the stuff I grew up under, but I keep the principles in here, as well as being a Christian first and Methodist second. That's all I wanted to say. Jesse, when you or your staff ever gets a chance, you check out my videos. New and old channel that I have. Now, as I said before, the host company for my email addresses is changing its address. I'm still a student, so the college's ITS department is changing email addresses. So I had to get something new going on, but still maintain my channels. The old channel is going to be going away because the old email address is going to be crashing and burning, and I don't know what else is happening. So I got to rebuild from scratch. But I got a few. Email addresses, so I'm still rebuilding my channel as well. And if it can be still saved, if the videos are still saved on YouTube without dealing with the email stuff, that's okay. If not, well, I'll just begin anew if I have to. Come seek me out.